Morning guys, Linton here from Greenbox Markets. Just want to run through a setup on the pound New Zealand currency pair at the moment. I'm looking at the daily time frame, and here we can see that we've got this 1, 2, 3, 4 wave structure which has been completed. Now this is a structure that we see quite often where we expect the completion of the fifth wave to the top. And sometimes that fifth wave doesn't take place, and what we see is we actually see a wave complete sort of 3/4 of the move and then pull back and plummet through the bottom of the structure. Now that is something that we see relatively often, so it's something that we do need to be aware of. But what I'm currently watching is this structure over here, as that's going to give us an indication whether it's going to continue up or whether we're going to get a break to the downside at this point in time. So this structure over here is the one that we're analyzing at the moment. So we've got this wave here, this being the corrective structure, and the question is whether or not we're going to see the second impulse to the upside, or whether it's going to break and we're going to see a move to the downside. If we get a break of this structure and a move to the downside, I'm expecting that we will see a retest in around this region here. Let me just draw that in for you quickly. Oh, sorry, wrong button. This one. So we'll probably see a retest in this kind of region over here if we do get a break out the bottom of the structure there. So at that point we will need to see what it's going to do. So if we get a breakout here, I'm pretty sure we'll see a price move to around about that level. And that's when I'm going to get interested in seeing whether that level is going to break to the downside, or whether we'll turn and get another corrective structure and then get this wave to the upside. So there's a couple of things that we need to watch for and see at this point in time. This short over here, it doesn't look like much on the daily time frame, but if you go down to the 4 hour and the 1 hour, there's a decent number of pips that we could trade over there. Let's have a look at this on the 4 hour time frame quickly. So on the 4 hour, here we can see the structure that I was talking about, and there we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves already. And we need to see here whether this reversal is going to hold and we're going to see a move up to the top of the structure, or whether it's going to break through the bottom of the structure and then move down for this retest over here, where we will then need to see what the price does. Confirmation of that will be on the 1 hour chart. So we need to see if we get a flag with a break to the upside, then we will most likely see this trade. And if we don't get that flag and we continue to get a formation here that breaks to the downside, we should see this level here quite comfortably. I'm going to drop down to the 1 hour quickly so we can just have a look at what is currently happening with the formation on the 1 hour. So this is the reversal off the bottom of the 4 hour structure that I'm talking about. And if we look at it in a wave format, we've had one wave so far, and we're currently in the second wave. Now the second wave could complete all the way down to the bottom here, and it might not. It might only complete a smaller wave, giving us a structure like that, indicating a possible break to the downside. Should we get that break, I'll be in the short down to the daily retest level. Alternatively, what we could see is this kind of structure over here and flag formation like that. Once we've got this kind of structure formation over here, I will be interested in a trade to the upside on a break of the structure, of course. So I'll be looking at an entry over there and wanting to trade all the way back up to the top of this structure here, and then at that point we will need to see whether we get a break or a reversal again, based on the same principles as what I've explained that we're looking for right now. The guys on the pound New Zealand, we've got a couple options to watch, but we've got some nice trades setting up there and some nice possible pips on the table. Those of you that are part of my signals group will receive the signal should I enter the position, and obviously you will receive the analysis as to which direction we have entered the trade. Trade with care and take care. Cheers.